Hey there, my friends. Welcome. Destiny and I welcome you to this channel. And if you've landed here, I'm so excited to welcome you to this beginner yoga series. Every video, I'm going to go through step by step some of the main postures that you're going to encounter. I'm also going to teach you some AYAMA-based muscle activation yoga practices to really help you build more stability and more strength in your body, engendering more confidence as you go back out into the world and do the things that you love to do, whatever that may be. So please enjoy this series. In the comments below, please let me know what kind of things that you would like to learn more about so I can make a video on that. I really would love to hear from you. Remember to click like if you enjoy this series, subscribe, and click that little bell so that you receive notifications every time I release more incredible life-transforming practices to help you manifest and live your life purpose. Namaste, friends. Welcome back to this beginner series. I'm really thrilled that you're continuing on this journey to discover yoga and learn how to use these postures as a way to elevate your consciousness and bring your awareness, bring your mind inward. It is truly when we're able to go inward that we're able to experience that beautiful, sublime, intrinsic consciousness, that purity of consciousness that is within us. A lot of the teachings teach us to go inward to find that inner kingdom. A long time ago, you learned that happiness existed outside of you. Yoga is the practice of retraining our mind to find out where that real place of happiness exists. And so that way, when we go out through life, we actually can enjoy life even more so, because we're not always chasing after more happiness, more enjoyment. We're just in the moment able to be present with what is in front of us, to completely absorb that moment and then retreat back in within ourselves. So today we're going to go through some of the final postures that you're going to see in some of your yoga classes. And these are just some really great practices. What I want to invite you to do is to have a yoga block with you. And we're going to just sit on this yoga block. So if you don't have a yoga block, you can also use a pillow or some sort of something to elevate you to sit up a little bit taller. So if you do have a yoga block, you can come and just sit on it. The reason why it's helpful to sit on a yoga block or sit on a cushion or something, you can even take some folded up yoga blankets, is to allow the hips to come a little bit higher so you can create a little bit more extension in the lumbar spine, in the lower back. A lot of times people sit like this, and it puts a lot of stress onto the lumbar spine. So when you're sitting up like this on a block, you can actually elevate the hips to create that feeling of extension in the lumbar spine. All right? So from here, what I'd like you to do is to bring your hands, and just bring your hands to your shoulders and just lift up. And what we're going to do now is practice a twist. From an AYAMA perspective, applied yoga anatomy and muscle activation perspective, we never want to force ourselves in a twist. We're actually using our core muscles to twist, and this kind of practice accentuates the core. I know a lot of you want better oblique muscles. This is actually a practice to activate the obliques and eventually start to tonify them. So if you'd like beautiful oblique muscles, this is the practice. This is one of my favorite practices as well, because it really starts to engage all of the rotators in the trunk and spine. It engages all of the rotators in this area of the body. And with those engaged rotators, you can actually feel that when you're moving out in the world, doing your sports, your gym, raking the lawn, raking the leaves on your lawn, gardening, anything that you're doing, you're going to feel more stable. I highly recommend that this particular practice, you do this every single day. So bring the hands to the shoulders, lift the chest up, and then you're going to exhale and twist as much as you can to the left. Very nice. Now keep lifting up the chest and twist a little bit more. and then come out of the pose. One of the secrets or of the recipe for AYAMA practices when we specifically do a muscle activation posture is that we want to hold it for 6 seconds and do it 6 times. So that was about 6 seconds. We're going to do it 5 more times. So lift up the chest and heart, bring the hands to the shoulders. Really feel the sense of extension in the lumbar spine, and then exhale and twist. Keep lifting up. Now don't allow that right hip to follow you. So maybe pull the right hip bone back, come back to center, lift up the chest and heart, squeeze the sides of the belly and lift up at the pubic bone, exhale and twist. And then inhale, come back. So that was 3 times, we'll do it 3 more. And then exhale and twist. Nice, inhale, come back. Lift up the chest and heart, exhale and twist. Nice, inhale, come back. Lift up the chest and heart. Take the sides of the belly in, lift up at the pubic bone, exhale and twist. Nice. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, lift up the chest and heart, squeeze the sides of the belly in, and then twist. Nice. Inhale, come back. Exhale, relax. Close your eyes just for a moment. Out of all the postures in yoga, twisting offers the most spiritually awakening experience. We talked earlier about this idea of pulling the mind inwards. Pulling the mind inward so that the mind can truly experience the kingdom of heaven within you. The place of stillness and peace. Let's bring the hands back to the shoulders, perhaps recross the arms if you want to. And again, lift up and then exhale and twist to your right. Now, one of the cues I gave you last time was pulling the right hip back. This time you're going to pull the left hip back a little bit. So you can kind of see that when I'm twisting, my hip goes with me. Don't allow that to happen. Take your thumb there and pull the hip bone back as you twist. Inhale, come back to center, relax. So you want to really keep that left hip bone pulling back, okay? Bring the hands again here. Let's do it 5 more times. Exhale and twist. Now, one of the questions I often get is, can I do this more than 5 times? And the answer is yes. You can do it 10 times if you wanted to. So, but you really do want to try and hit at least 6 times. Come back to center, inhale, and then exhale and twist. So again, pull that left hip bone back. Keep lifting the heart. Twist it a little bit more. Inhale, come back. And exhale and twist. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Lift the chest and heart. Kind of create that extension in the lumbar spine. Squeeze the sides of the belly inward and exhale and twist. Twist a little bit more if you can. Inhale, come back to center. Lift the chest and heart. Exhale and twist. Beautiful. Let's do it one more time. Lift the chest and heart. Squeeze the sides of the belly in. Take the navel a little bit to the spine just for more effect. And exhale and twist. Feel that linea alba, the midline, rising upwards. Get yourself a little bit higher. And then come back to center and relax the arms. Close your eyes just for a brief moment. Inhale deeply. And exhale deeply. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that just like you just feel alive in your body? So the next pose we're going to do is also an AYAMA-based applied yoga anatomy and muscle activation posture called bridge pose. So you've probably done this before. I'm going to kind of cue it a little bit differently for you. And this is such a great pose People ask me what pose I should do every day. This is one of them. Bridge pose offers so many benefits. So what I'd like you to do is you're going to keep your block, if you have one handy, just come and lie down here. Now have the feet close to you but about hip distance apart. With the block, you're going to just bring it in between your thighs. Now you can decide if you want it this thickness or this thickness. I like to go a little bit wider. And you're going to bring the arms out to the side. So we're not going to use our arms here. Now, part of this is to really engage the glutes. So to get those glutes firing up, to get those glutes working properly, I want to invite you to just squeeze the glutes first and just see if you can touch them and feel that your glutes are engaging. Bring the arms back out, keep those glutes engaged and lift up as high as you can. Now really press down through the heels of your feet. There's not a lot of cues here. The basic thing is press down into the heels of the feet. Lift the hips up high, squeeze the glutes, slowly come back down. Very nice. Now let's do it again. You're going to squeeze the glutes and then start to lift the glutes up towards the ceiling. Lift the hips up. Press down into the heels of the feet. Now this time lift the toes just a little bit, just to anchor into the hips, the heels a little bit more, lifting the hips up and then slowly come on down. Now, as I just mentioned earlier, 6 times is the magic number, so that was 2. We'll do 4 more. Again, squeeze the glutes, lift up the hips, lift them up as high as you can. Add a little bit, 10% of pressure to that block so you get some adductor engagement. Exhale, slowly come on down. Such a great pose. You can feel the back muscles working, the glutes are working, even the hamstrings get a little bit of engagement here. Start to press down into the heels of the feet, engage the glutes, lift the hips up. Lift your toes up again so you can really come into the heels of the feet. As you do that, see if you can actually lift the hips up a little bit more. I think in my mind, I got 2 inches higher, but probably only a 1/4 of an inch higher, and then slowly come on down. Sometimes when I'm editing these videos and I look at myself and I think, oh my God, I thought I was getting up so high. But it's not really the height that's important. What is important that you feel your glutes starting to engage and you're reestablishing that neuromuscular connection to the muscles. Lift the toes up, press down into the heels, engage your glutes, lift the hips up as high as you can. Good, and then come up a little bit higher and a little bit higher. That's wonderful. Lift up a little bit higher and slowly come on down. Nice. Shake the glutes a little bit. Press down into the heels of the feet, lift the toes, and lift up the glutes. Squeeze them. Squeeze them as much as you can. Turn the corners of your mouth upwards because you know how good this feels. Squeeze the block a little bit more. And then pull the heels. This is the last cue and the last one. Pull the heels towards your shoulders and you'll feel your hamstrings engage. Lift up a little bit more and a little bit more. And then slowly down. Oh my God, that was wonderful. So let's bring the block to the side and we're going to finish off in our last pose, second last pose actually. And the second last pose is to bring the knees into the chest. Now, we don't want to hug the knees into the chest because then that means we're going to be stretching and we don't really want to stretch. We actually want to maintain muscular engagement. This is the final practice that we're going to do in terms of postures. So you're going to keep the knees into the chest. Bring the hands down beside you. And you can hear the monkeys. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to press the heels up to the ceiling on the inhalation and simultaneously bring the arms over your head. And then exhale and pull the knees into the chest and bring the arms down beside you. Such a great posture to activate the hip flexors and a little bit of even trunk flexors. Inhale, press the heels up, arms over the head, and then exhale. Bring the hands down beside you. Pull the knees into the chest. Inhale. Bring the heels up. Bring the arms over the head. And exhale. Bring the knees into towards the chest and the hands down beside you. Very nice. Inhale. Bring the feet up towards the sky. Bring the arms over the head. And exhale. And bring the hands down and the knees back into the chest. Inhale. Bring the arms up. Push the heels up towards the sky. And exhale. And we'll do it one more time, and then the next one we're actually going to hold it there. So push the heels up. Bring the arms over the head. Now if you have tight hamstrings and can't get the legs to 90 degrees, that's okay. Keep them at 80 degrees. Keep pushing the heels away though. Reach over the head. Take a few more deep breaths. Feel the inner legs becoming active. So feel the inner groins pressing all the way down the leg to the inner arches. You're pressing away or pressing up, in this case, towards the sky or to the ceiling. Feel the pinky toe pulled back. And then for the last moment, what we're going to do is slowly lower the legs down to the floor. We're going to do it very slowly. Right now, you're about halfway. Keep pushing through the heels of the feet. Keep pushing through the heels of the feet. And then slowly down all the way. And then bring the arms down beside you. And this is the last pose, which is one of everybody's favorite poses. It's called Savasana. With Savasana, there's a lot to say here. Sometimes less is more. But you really want to focus on just allowing your body to relax. Have the feet at neutral, whatever distance apart feels right for you. Have the arms about 6 to 12 inches away from the body. The palms can face up or the palms can face down. It doesn't really matter. Most yoga teachers will say have the palms face up, but sometimes that actually causes irritation in some people, so just turn the palms down. Start to perform a body scan. Take your awareness to your feet. Feel the feet relax. Take your awareness to the knees. Feel the knees relax. Take your awareness to the hips and feel the hips relax. Breathe in deeply and exhale deeply. Take your awareness now to the spine and feel the spine relax. Breathe in deeply and exhale deeply. Take your awareness to the sternum at the jugular notch, right at the manubrium, and feel that space within you relax. Take your awareness to the shoulders and feel the shoulders relax. Take your awareness to the elbow joints and feel the elbow joints relax. Take your awareness to the wrists and all the finger joints and feel all of those relax. Breathe in deeply and exhale deeply. Breathe in as if you're breathing the breath from the toes to the crown of the head. And then exhale as if you're exhaling the breath from the crown of the head to the toes. Take 3 or 4 more deep breaths just like that. Inhale from the toes to the crown of the head. And exhale the breath from the crown of the head to the toes. Very nice. And then just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Bend your knees, 1 foot at a time. Pause there for a moment. And then gently roll over to the side and come and sit up. Very good. So I want to just thank you so much for joining this beginner series with me. It's been a really huge delight to have you here. I will be producing more videos on some of the different postures that you'll be encountering, but this particular sequence of poses that I just gave to you are really some of the key basic ones that you will see in any kind of yoga practice, especially with me. And if you can start to master these postures, and when I say master, I mean like really mindfully embody them, not perfect them on the outside, but that you can really feel them in a way that's active and dynamic in your body. That's what's important. It does not matter how much you can touch your toes or how much flexibility you have. What really matters is how much stability you have, and that stability gives you the strength, which then leads you to have more confidence. And that confidence inspires you to go out into the world and live your best life. And that's my prayer for you. So until next time, namaste, my friends. Keep practicing these postures, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you haven't done so already, remember to hit the subscribe button and that little bell notification so you can receive all the amazing practices that I'm giving to you.